Suppose that you receive an unexpected inheritance of $36,000. There are two types of accounts that you're looking to place your money in, high risk and low risk. You decide to place 4 times as much in the high risk account as the low risk account due to the higher interest rate. How much money will you place in each account? Okay, so in this problem, it's not really enough to just say X and Y, because I don't know what X and Y necessarily mean, and there's actually, the amount I'm placing in the high-risk account versus the low-risk account. These are potentially different numbers. So I'm going to go ahead and say high risk. I'm going to say that one's X, and therefore low risk would have to be Y. Again, I'm using X and Y, but I wanted to make sure I'm clear what they mean. Alright, I know that between the two accounts, there's a total of $36,000 to invest. So I'm going to go ahead and say X plus Y is $36,000. Because between the two, like I said, between the two accounts, I'm investing all of that money. My second equation is right here. It's I decide to place 4 times as much in the high-risk account as the low-risk. So the amount that's in the high risk, so the amount in high risk is 4 times the amount in the low risk. I'm restating this a little bit from what it says up here because I want to use the amount in the high risk account because that's a number that I have here. That's X. The word is becomes my equal sign, and 4 times the amount in the low risk, well, the amount in my low risk account is 4Y. So you can see between these two equations, if X plus Y equals 36,000 and X equals 4Y. You have to be really careful when you do this second equation. There's a lot of people that would probably jump in and say 4X equals Y or something along those lines. And that obviously wouldn't be the same. You would end up with a lot more in the low-risk account than in the high-risk account. And I wouldn't recommend doing any just kind of switching the numbers around because you want to, when you learn that you have a mistake in a problem, you want to go back and find the mistake and correct it. Don't just hope that when you switch numbers around it'll work out. In any case, my two equations here, X plus Y equals 36,000 and X equals 4Y. If I want to solve this system, then to solve this system, what I'm going to do, it looks like I think the elimination method, rather the substitution method is what I'd like to do, because this equation, the second equation, is already solved for one of the variables. It's X is equal to 4Y, which means that wherever I see an X in the first equation, I can replace it with 4Y. So that right there will become 4Y plus Y equals 36,000. When I combine like terms, this is an equation I can solve, so I'll combine like terms, giving me 5Y equals 36,000. And dividing both sides by 5, 36,000 divided by 5 gives me 7,200. So Y is 7,200. To find X, I'm going to use this second equation that's already solved for X. I get X equals 4Y. That's 7,200 is the value I'll plug in for Y, because that's what I know. That's the value I already know it is. And I get 4 times 7,200. That's 28,800. Oops. So I'll probably want to check my work here. First off, I'll make sure that this is the full amount of money. So let's see. Let me write these down so I can read them over here. 7,200 and 28,800. So this is high. Is that right? No. This is the low risk, because that was the value of Y, and then the high risk was the 28,000. Okay, so reading back through here, actually erase this, it kind of bothers me, it's kind of sloppy. Alright, there should be a total of $36,000, so let's double check that that's true. 7,200 plus 28800 That does give us a total of $36,000. And checking the second equation, well, there should be 4 times as much in the high-risk account as there is in the low-risk account. So if I was to take that 7,200 times 4, that gives me the 28,000. That one's true as well. So there's my final answer. There should be $28,800 in the high-risk account, $7,200 in the low-risk account.